Everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Thank you to everybody who listens in the podcast. It is June 29, 2024, and this is a very long overdue video, but I am here to bring light to the missing person in the Bahamas, and she is 41-year-old Taylor Casey, who almost about 10 days ago, she went missing, right? She did went missing 10 days ago on June 19. Last seen in the Bahamas. She was there for a yoga retreat and she has been missing ever since. And the strangest thing is that they have found her phone, okay? This is a very crazy case. This is a 41-year-old Chicago woman who is into yoga, who's been teaching yoga for, they say, for 15 years or something like that. This is basically her passion. She decides to go to this yoga retreat in the Bahamas, probably waiting for a long time to do such a thing, and now she's missing. And when I heard this story, immediately I thought about what happened back in the fall of last year with Nancy N, who went missing out of Guatemala. And these cases, they just left up in the air with no answers, right? How is this even possible? How is it even possible that people still go missing? I think this is one of the biggest lies being told to humans right now, to all of us, that they say, oh yeah, somebody went missing. When you walk into a store right now and you don't buy anything, and then you get home and you get an email about a coupon or of something that caught your eye perhaps in that store, or something that you were thinking about buying and probably never bought it, put it down or something, and and they say people still go missing. Somebody knows what happened here. This is insane. It is insane that a yoga retreat corporation or school down in the Bahamas cannot offer enough security to its participant. That should be illegal. Okay, that you cater to people who come from overseas, right? And you don't even have enough security to make sure that everybody gets home safe to their room, to their hotel, wherever place they're spending the night. They say Taylor went missing on June 19, last seen late at night on June 19. And the crazy thing about this whole story, this whole case, is, to me, is number one, that she went missing, and number two is that her phone was found. What? Her phone was found in the ocean? You know how long it takes to find people's phone? And they say her niece apparently had a tracking or find my phone type of thing that they do with the iPhones, and she was able to pinpoint exactly where the phone was, and they found the phone. And it's crazy that right now, 10 days after, they still don't have any suspect. They still have no answers. Like, they found her phone. Like, she took some photos. She was sending photos to her mom. Who's taking the photos for her? There's nobody from that yoga retreat saying, hey, that night we went to eat and then she wanted to walk in the beach or something. Something. Like, give us something. They're saying they're doing investigation, but the whole crazy thing also about this case is the yoga retreat company who basically lure her, like, who do this type of programs to people to go there and get their yoga certification. They're keeping everything very secret, very quiet, because they don't want to, they don't want to scare people who are planning or already have tickets to go there to do the class and everything. But you have a person who is missing, who was just there, who you have a space for, right? Who you had a room for, who you were expecting to show up in class and never did. And you're just going to continue along like nothing's going on? Like, every person who works for that school should be investigated. Like, Taylor didn't have, I don't think she knew, like, the staff over there. Did she know the staff? Did she know everybody? So something must have happened that out of the whole group, this one person is missing. It's not normal. Somebody knows something about it. And I cannot believe that the school, this yoga retreat school, is still going along according to plan. Like, they should cancel everything. They should cancel everything. And some people are like, oh, when we found out that somebody was missing, we cut our trip short and left. this is so similar to the Nancy Yan disappearance. They found out that she was missing and people were leaving. People were allowed to leave without a formal investigation. I would assume, right? I never gone to this retreat, but I would assume this is a very, you're in a room where people, you're in a space where people are basically sharing the same passion that you have. So you cannot connect with people like that, right? That's ultimately like our goal as a human being, to connect with people who are basically after the same thing that we like, right? What an easy way to make connections, right? How is it possible that somebody goes missing and they're just gonna continue along with the plan like nothing happened? Oh yeah, they're doing an investigation, but come back tomorrow, we're gonna do another event or we're gonna do another class. What? No, everything should be standby right now. Everything should be canceled. Every instructor, everybody who is associated with the school right now should be investigated, should be giving statement, and not just being giving statement, should be paused. Everybody should be like in standby. We have a missing person investigation going on. What happened? Somebody knows something. And the fact that her phone was found, that's crazy. Nobody saw anything. Like, it wasn't like she was like down the street from her hometown. She was overseas in a different country, in the Bahamas, right? Like, it's not her usual environment. I'm sure she needed help to get back to the hotel, or get back to the room that they were staying at, or get back to, get back to the boat, or whatever transportation they use. I'm sure she, it's almost like when you are in a setting like that, you want to follow the crowd because it's not your usual thing. So you like, oh, they're going back already, it's late at night, let me go back because I don't want to be here too late. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense that Taylor was seen late at night near the beach, in a place that is not her thing. She's there to get certification, but it's not really like, she's not familiar with it, right? It doesn't make sense for her to just see everybody kind of like go back to the room or whatever, to the hotel, and like for her to be like, oh, I'll figure it out after. Like, do you know anybody? It doesn't make sense for a single woman to do that. It doesn't make sense to me. It's either that she met somebody there who was probably gonna stay late at night with her, that they were like, oh, you want to stay, hang out a little longer? Oh yeah, we'll do that. Somebody knows something. And it's so crazy that this is another case similar to the other, like I said, Nancy Yan, who went missing back in the fall of 2023 in Guatemala, doing another yoga retreat. And the way the whole investigation was handled is crazy. How everything is just like up in the air. Nobody knows the final answer for this. It's crazy. So the family of Taylor is doing a fundraising. I'm gonna leave the link here. It's not good. This fundraising is not being done through GoFundMe, but it's the official fundraising for the family. So I'm gonna leave the link here. If you want to help somehow, pray for this family. Pray that she's found safe and soon, right? And also, if you can donate that, I'm sure they really appreciate that. So let me give you some facts about Taylor, okay? Like I said, she's a 41-year-old from Chicago who's a yoga practitioner and was so excited to go down there to get certification. Like, this was her passion. This is her thing. So Casey has not been seen since the evening of June 19, according to a representative for her family. A staff at the retreat notified the American Embassy and the woman's family as soon as she failed to show up for morning class on June 20th. So that's something else. Just reading this, I just thought of something. You have a group of people who they're coming to your school, to your retreat, and that morning, right, she was in the 19th, so on the 20th she misses a class, and you immediately like call the family, like, what investigation was done? Did people went back to where she was staying to find out like what, any signs? Did she had a roommate over there? Who knows? Like, I don't know the sleeping arrangements. Do everybody gets their single room, or they get a roommate, or whatever, right? And at what time is breakfast? So, it's breakfast afterwards, after the class or something. Like, this is a yoga retreat. From my assumption, I believe that everything is very scheduled. Okay, so if you're telling me by the class time she was already missing, you already notified the family. That says something there. It tells me that it's a little too soon to notify the family. Like, you can be like, okay, sure, she's sleeping over, and maybe she'll make it to the afternoon class, and maybe by she misses the afternoon class, maybe there's something going on, right? But like, she misses that class that on the 20th, and you already calling the family. That's a little strange to me. Because here's the thing: when somebody goes missing, especially an adult, right, you don't immediately, like, if you miss like a day of work, like, you don't, your workplace, your employer will not call your family immediately. They'll give you to, like, maybe the person will reach out like at night or something of the next day. But for them to contact the family that morning saying she's missing a class, have you heard from her? That says a lot. That's a little strange right there. That's just my observation, okay? So she failed to show up for morning class on June 20th, according to a Facebook post. The Royal Bahamas Police Force on June 21st posted a missing person flyer. So this is like basically a day and a half after. So that makes sense already to have the police already involved, because she's not from there. Asking for tips to be shared with the criminal investigation. Royal Bahamas Police Chief Superintendent Chris Lynn Skippings told reporters that investigators found Casey's cell phone in nearby waters. The cell phone thing is so bizarre to me. It's so strange to find the cell phone like in underwater. Like, oh yeah, there's no fingerprints. Like, were they able to retrieve the data from the cell phone? I saw an interview of the family, Casey's family, talking to the press yesterday, and they're saying the police has the cell phone. They haven't given the cell phone to the family yet. Were they like was a factory reset done on the phone? What was her last Google searches, right? We learn so much from what people search on the internet. Who did she call last? Who did she text last? Any information. But the police over there, they're giving more information about her. Oh yeah, we're still doing the investigation, this and the other. The U.S. State Department issued a travel advisory to visitors to the Bahamas on January 26th of this year, warning travelers to exercise increased caution due to crime. It noted that violent crime, sexual assault, burglaries, and robberies occur in tourist and non-tourist areas, with the majority of crime happening off the island of Grand Bahamas and New Province. Casey has been a yoga practitioner for 15 years, often traveling abroad to learn more about the lifestyle and culture, according to a Monday news release. Family and friends describe her as vibrant and loving, and she had gone to a retreat to fulfill a long-term goal, deepening her practice. Casey has been regularly updating her friends and family while she was at the retreat. They say that she was excited to tell them about her trip to return home. Casey's mother, Colette Seymour, told the news reporter she received a photo on the beach and a text from her daughter on June 18 that read, "I miss you, man. I miss you. Look, I'm at the beach." Okay, that was the last time she heard from her daughter. The mom said, "I believe that Taylor is in danger because she was eager to share her yoga retreat experience with others upon return." Seymour wrote in a news release, "Taylor would never disappear like this." It doesn't sound to me like this is something that, like, she did that on her own. That doesn't make sense. I think I I think we definitely need more answers. This is so crazy because um what was their schedule that day? What was the schedule? Like, you would think when the government is issuing a travel alert in January 26th, it began in January of this year, travel advisory for people going to the Bahamas. You plan this trip, people around you, like people who are you meet there, they're going to do the same thing that you plan to do. This group of people, I don't know how many, right? They have the same thing. Oh yeah, I heard in the news, we should be careful, we should be, you begin to connect with people because you want to make it safe for you, right? You're abroad, you don't know the area, right? You all share the same passion, so I'm sure it's so easy to find friends, right? It doesn't make sense to me that she's gonna miss the class and immediately the family will be notified. Like, it's not like they're saying, oh yeah, we contact the roommate and she never came back to the room last night, so like, then you track back and say, what did she do last, where did she have dinner, what is their schedule like? That's why it's so interesting for me to like find out, like, what is the itinerary, right? What was the itinerary that day on June 19? How is it that, was she upset with somebody? That she said she left the group go and be like, I'll meet you guys over there, I need to clear my head or something. What was her mood like? How come, like, her classmates are not coming out and speaking and saying, she was arguing with somebody, she had an argument, or she didn't like the taxi driver, she didn't like the whoever, somebody, there's somebody that she encountered there. It's so clear that is what happened. Somebody who plans this long trip to learn more about her passion is not going to just disappear. This is what she wanted to do. She wanted to increase her knowledge. She waited to do that. She couldn't wait to go home and share that and teach other people how to do whatever it is that she learned over there. It doesn't make sense. She definitely hadn't encountered somebody there, and somebody knows. And like I said earlier, it doesn't make sense to me. How is it that we're so advanced in technology, so advanced? It takes a second to take a photo, right? It takes a second to take a photo. There's cameras everywhere. I mean, even if you don't want to, you can search your home address on Google, and you will see a photo of your home address. Perhaps you might find yourself like going out to throw the trash, because in that moment probably Google Maps was passing by and took the snapshot of you. Like, there's no privacy anymore, and they're gonna let us believe that, oh yeah, she went missing. Like, and also, like, how, I'm not trying to be like sarcastic, but how convenient, right? Overseas, right? A 41-year-old woman. And the same thing with Nancy. And how is it that, like, is this some type of secret group? Like, doesn't want to speak to the media? I'm talking about the classmates, the people who are associated with this program, right? How is it that they're not outraged? It's like, tell the school to stop all the activities. I think the police should stop the school from continuing on giving classes until everybody is investigated. How is it that they're still receiving people to teach them class? How is it that they're gonna go oh yeah, they have on their Instagram, they have a photo of her saying that she has been missing, but then the next post or two posts after that is about, oh yeah, we're doing another thing and this and the other. Like, it should be canceled. Classes are canceled into further notice. We have somebody who came to us to learn from us, and she's missing. We need to, like, the police should just stop that school for now, to put it on standby into further notice. We need to find out what happened to her. So if anybody listening or watching this has any like updates about her, please leave a comment and let me know. I have searched before I came here, because I know it's already been like 10 days, but there's really no recent updates. the most recent one is about the phone being found, but they're not really saying what was on in the phone. Were they able to, to find out, like, did they find any information? It's how crazy it is that out of any, they found her phone. It's not like they, oh yeah, we found her glasses by the beach. The phone, you know how much information somebody's phones carry? And how come the details are not being released yet? How come you're not telling us, oh yeah, the last call she made was this and the other. The last photo she made was this and the other. We have a suspect. We have somebody of interest. It's like, when did they find the phone? 2 days ago? How come that information hasn't been released yet? The family says they don't have her phone yet. It wasn't given to them. So why are they holding on to the phone? Did she text somebody that night and say, hey, I'm still by the beach. I'll be getting to the room at some point? What was the last message? What was the last Google search? We need to find out. And until then, I don't think the school should continue, like I said. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel, listening in the podcast. Like I said, I'm leaving the link there for the fundraising for the family. Have a good day, everybody. God bless. Hi everybody, this is Julissa. I'm here to invite you to my podcast, Julissa Designs, and it can be found on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You can join me every day as I make episodes of the latest news, real life stories, and I also share my favorite Bible verse. Hope to see you then. God bless. Everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you want to know more about me, you can always visit www.julissadesigns.com. Have a great day, everybody. God bless.